Imagine stepping into a garden where the air smells fresh and earthy, a place brimming with vibrant green leaves, red tomatoes, and bright yellow peppers. This garden is not just a feast for the eyes but a source of healthy, fresh food. Gardening is not just about growing food, it's about growing life and creating a connection with nature. It begins with a simple seed and grows into an abundant harvest that can transform your meals and your well-being. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or a small balcony space, the magic of growing your own vegetables is accessible to everyone. In this journey, you will learn how to select the right seeds, prepare the soil, and nurture your plants until they are ready to be harvested. This guide will walk you through each step, ensuring that even a beginner can find success and joy in the art of gardening. Selecting the right seeds is the first crucial step in your gardening adventure. Think about what vegetables you love to eat and check if they are suitable for your climate. Some plants thrive in cooler temperatures like lettuce and spinach, while others, such as tomatoes and cucumbers, prefer warmer weather. It's also important to consider the space available. Some plants need more room to grow than others. When purchasing seeds, look for quality and reliability. Choose seeds from reputable suppliers to ensure that they are genetically pure and have a high germination rate. You can also look for organic seeds which are grown without synthetic chemicals, making your garden more sustainable. Reading the seed packets is essential. They provide valuable information such as planting depth, spacing, and ideal growing conditions. This information will help you plan your garden layout and schedule your planting to maximize your garden's productivity. Lastly, consider the joy of experimentation. Gardening is a continuous learning process, and every season provides an opportunity to try new things. The foundation of a healthy garden is good soil. Start by clearing your garden area of weeds and debris. This clean slate is crucial for planting. Next, test the soil to understand its type, clay, loam, or sandy, and its pH level. This knowledge will guide you in amending the soil to create the perfect environment for your vegetables to thrive. Adding organic matter like compost or well-rotted manure can dramatically improve soil quality by enhancing its structure, fertility, and ability to hold water. Mix these amendments deeply into the soil to create a rich, welcoming bed for your seeds. If your space is limited or if the ground soil is poor, consider raised beds or containers filled with high-quality potting mix. Water drainage is another critical factor. Plants need water to grow, but too much water can lead to root rot and other diseases. Ensure your garden has adequate drainage. The effort you put into preparing your soil will pay dividends in the health and productivity of your garden. Planting seeds is a moment filled with hope and potential. Start by reading the seed packet again to check the recommended planting depth and spacing. These details are crucial for the proper development of your plants. Use a ruler or a small stick to get the depth right, and don't overcrowd your seeds to avoid competition for light and nutrients. Create small holes or trenches in your prepared soil according to the seed packet's instructions. Place the seeds gently into the soil and cover them lightly. After planting, water the soil gently but thoroughly to settle the seeds. This initial watering is vital as it helps the seeds make contact with the soil, beginning their germination process. Keep the soil moist but not waterlogged as the seeds start to grow. A spray bottle can be a useful tool for watering without disturbing the seeds. Remember, the first few weeks are critical, so keeping the soil consistently moist during this period is key. Watching seeds sprout and grow is one of the most exciting parts of gardening. Water is a source of life for your garden, but knowing how much and how often to water is crucial. Overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering. Generally, plants prefer a deep watering that reaches the roots rather than a superficial sprinkle. This encourages them to grow deeper roots, making them more drought-resistant and sturdy. Monitor the soil moisture to determine when to water. The top inch of soil should be dry before you water again. Early morning is the best time to water your plants as it allows the water to soak deeply into the soil and the leaves dry off quickly with the morning sun, reducing the risk of fungal diseases. Adding mulch around your plants can also help retain moisture in the soil, reducing the frequency of watering needed. Paying attention to your plants' needs and adjusting your watering strategy accordingly can lead to healthier plants and a more productive garden. Sunlight is the energy source that drives the growth of your garden. Most vegetables need about 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day to thrive. When planting your garden, observe the patterns of sunlight and shade in your garden area throughout the day. This will help you place your plants in positions where they will receive optimal light. If your garden area receives less sunlight, choose vegetables that can tolerate shade, such as lettuce, spinach, and Swiss chard. These plants can still produce a good yield with less than perfect light conditions. On the other hand, plants like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers require more sunlight, so make sure they are positioned to catch ample rays. Consider the movement of the sun across the seasons. The angle of sunlight changes, and what may be a sunny spot in summer could be shaded in spring or fall. Adapting to the natural light available in your garden will help ensure that your plants grow robust and healthy. One of the challenges of gardening is dealing with pests and weeds. They can appear suddenly and can be disheartening, but with the right strategies you can manage them effectively. Start by choosing disease-resistant seed varieties and healthy plants. Strong plants are less likely to succumb to pests and diseases. Regular monitoring is key. Check your plants frequently for signs of pests or disease, discolored leaves, stunted growth, or visible insects. Early detection makes a big difference in managing garden problems. For a more sustainable approach, consider integrated pest management (IPM) techniques. These include using natural predators like ladybugs to control aphids, or planting marigolds to deter nematodes. Weeds compete with your vegetables for nutrients, water, and light. Regular maintenance is the key to keeping your garden healthy and productive. Each vegetable in your garden goes through several growth stages, and understanding these can greatly enhance your gardening success. From germination to maturity, each stage has specific needs in terms of water, nutrients, and care. For instance, seedlings may require gentle watering and some shade to protect them from intense sun, while mature plants might need more space and direct sunlight. As plants grow, they may require additional nutrients. A balanced fertilizer can promote healthy growth and increase yield. Be cautious with nitrogen-rich fertilizers though, as they can promote leaf growth at the expense of fruits or roots. Observing your plants as they grow can be incredibly rewarding. You'll see the transformation from a small sprout to a robust plant bearing fruits or vegetables. This observation also allows you to spot any issues early on, such as nutritional deficiencies or irregular growth patterns, which can be indicators of underlying problems. The emergence of the first sprouts is a thrilling moment for any gardener. It marks the success of your initial efforts and the beginning of a new life in your garden. These tiny sprouts are a promise of the bounty to come and are a testament to the wonders of nature. Watching them push through the soil can be a truly magical experience. It's important to continue caring for these sprouts with diligence. They are delicate and vulnerable at this stage and need protection from harsh elements. If the weather is still cool, consider using a cloche or a protective cover at night to shield them from cold temperatures. As the sprouts grow, thin them out if they are too crowded. This gives each plant enough space to grow strong and healthy. Thinning might seem counterintuitive, but it prevents competition for nutrients and light, crucial factors in the development of your plants. Choose the strongest seedlings to keep and gently remove the others. Harvesting is the most rewarding part of gardening. It's the time when you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, literally. Each vegetable has its own peak time for harvest, which is usually indicated by size, color, and firmness. For example, tomatoes are best harvested when they are uniformly red and slightly soft to the touch, while zucchini should be harvested when about 6 to 8 inches long. When harvesting, use the right technique to avoid damaging the plant. For leafy greens, pick leaves from the outside, allowing the inner leaves to continue growing. For root vegetables, use a garden fork to loosen the soil around the plant before pulling it out. This prevents breaking the roots or damaging the plant structure. Harvest regularly to encourage more production. Vegetables like beans and cucumbers will continue to produce if they are harvested often. This not only increases your yield, but also extends the productive life of your plants. Enjoying these fresh homegrown vegetables is not only satisfying but also promotes a healthier diet. The ultimate delight of vegetable gardening is the ability to cook and eat your own homegrown produce. There's something incredibly satisfying about creating a meal from ingredients you've grown yourself. The freshness and flavor of homegrown vegetables are incomparable to those bought from a store. Whether it's a simple salad or a complex stew, the addition of fresh vegetables can transform any meal. Cooking with homegrown vegetables also encourages healthier eating habits. You're more likely to eat more vegetables when you've grown them yourself, and the nutritional benefits are at their peak when freshly harvested. Beyond the health benefits, growing your own food also fosters a sense of community. Sharing your harvest with neighbors, exchanging recipes, and gardening tips can strengthen relationships and build a supportive community. Each meal becomes a celebration of life, from the soil to the table, and an act of gratitude for the earth's abundant gifts.